my child, or children actually, I have 3 students at the E. Greenwood in Hyde Park, and I have a daughter at the Tobin over here in Roxbury. And none of my students have been suspended. Thank you for that. However, I've known of quite a few at the Greenwood, some students that have been suspended on various occasions for various reasons. Some of them I have direct connection with, some of them indirectly. It's kind of discouraging in the sense that it seems to be a lot of young males. We have a boys group that I'm a part of and working with another teacher at the school. And when we see or hear that some of our boys that are in the group, we're trying to encourage to, model better behavior, and then all of a sudden they're either gone for a few days because of suspensions. It's like, what can we do to make it better? What is it that we're not doing to kind of help them see that their behavior is directly connected to how they do in school, and them missing days doesn't help. So just really looking at how to really make that transformation internally, to really foster some type of relationship with them that is going to inspire them to want to excel, that will inspire them to want to be the best, be in school all the time, and take it very seriously. So I think that's my take on suspensions and the code of conduct and how it's being implemented with students even in the elementary level. We had a young man that was in our group. He was suspended, and I think it was just because a gesture, a derogatory gesture that was made. And I've talked to this young man on several occasions actually about just better choices. I will say that this student amazes me in a sense that I just started doing the boys group last year in January, and I try to be very active at my children's school, and I'm up there pretty regularly, so a lot of students know me. Some of them I don't know, but I'm trying to make the habit of learning everybody's name. This young man, however, makes it a point to give me a hug. And I say that's important because I know even at my age, I'm not hugging you. I mean, at their age, I wasn't hugging you, you know what I mean? I wasn't reaching out at like 10, 11 years old to go hug somebody, especially somebody who's not necessarily my family member per se. And so I say that he has a capacity, and you can see that there's love there, and he wants someone to care about him. So I think it's really just a matter of helping him make the right choices, helping him say, listen, I believe in you. You're making some bad choices, but let's get you back on track. And so, with your behavior, constantly talking, or the gestures, or fighting, whatever it is, how can we look at that from a different perspective of resolving it in another way? I have to say the school's trying. We still are considered one of the turnaround schools. The principal has, brought in different partners this year. The school had, over the summer, extensive training through Stephen Covey, with the 7 Habits, trying to implement that on their own last year, but now brought in an actual specialist or person from Stephen Covey and brought them in to say, listen, this is how you really internalize what we're talking about. So they're trying to do their best with it, but I will say that it's going to take time. It's a process. It's not something that, of course, it's going to magically fix everything. Mm-hmm. But it's one of those things where we're trying to do everything that we could possibly do. Use the 7 Habits. Use, outside sources and programs to help. And of course, what we want to do is, you can't have 3 and 4 different programs coming in with their own models, but they're actually going to buy into the 7 Habits, because that's really what the school's now looking at. And with that program taking that twist of, the 7 Habits and what they do, hopefully everyone's going to follow the same model, the same mind thought or process, and hopefully there's a paradigm shift with that. It's going to be different from what it was years before.